right.
Yeah.
It was not right.
Yeah.
And that cop need to get what he deserves. Justice need to be served.
Yeah.
That was not right for him to kill that boy dead like that. And I asked him, why are you shooting him like that?
Yeah.
Stop shooting him like that.
Right.
Why are you shooting him like that? Please stop shooting him like that. Please.
Yeah.
And it hurt me.
Yeah.
And I never got a chance to cry.
Right.
But it hurt me
Yeah.
to see that cop shoot that boy like that. I'm sorry. I'm dramatic, but every time I talk about it, it hurt me.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have shot that boy dead.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you good. It's all right, sis. You know?
It wasn't right
Yeah.
for them to shoot that boy dead like that. And I saw that boy die.
Yeah.
I saw that boy die. And they picked that boy. They said, get him the fuck out of here. Get him out of here. They picked that boy up and threw that boy in the back of that paddy wagon.
Right.
That wasn't cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
That wasn't cool.
Yeah.
But they cut my chest.
Yeah.
That cop did like that. And he deserved to be found guilty for this. Because it wasn't cool
Right.
for him to shoot that boy down dead like that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it hurt me. That's why I'm crying.
Yeah.
It hurt.
It's all right. You know?
It hurted.
Yeah.
It hurted.
Yeah. You right.
That's not cool.
Not
and I want to talk about this. I don't care if they harass me. Harass me.
Right.
But y'all shouldn't have shot that boy down like that. I asked that cop. I looked at his face and said, please stop shooting him.
Right.
Please stop shooting him. Why are you shooting him like that?
Yeah.
Why are you shooting him like that? That's what I said. My ears was ringing. That's how close. And my girlfriend, she ran the other way, but I ran back towards them while they was shooting him and begged them to stop shooting him. I begged them cops. I'm sorry to be sitting here crying like this, but I begged them cops. And she know because she was right there. I said, please stop shooting him like that. Why are you shooting him like that?
Yeah.
And it's sad. I don't know him, but I'm willing to talk because I was right there when it happened.
Yeah.
And he did not deserve to get shot dead like that.
Yeah.
He did not deserve it.
Well, we appreciate your courage, sister. You know what I mean? Because that's one thing that the people as a whole, our community, we have to, you know, have the ability to say something about what is happening right now. And too often the police intimidate people and make it seem as though something bad will happen to you for standing up. So we really want to appreciate y'all for, you know, making a statement and really exposing what happened to Cheesy, you know. So, you know, like I was saying, we are part of an organization, and the work that we doing, because we clear on one thing that, you know, because black people, African people all over the world, we're getting killed by the police. Same thing, literally the same thing that happened to Cheesy just happened to a brother out in Stockholm, Sweden. You know what I'm saying? Right. On the other side of the planet, you know, in Sierra Leone, West Africa, our people are being murdered by police. All over the world, and the fact is, you know, well, that's what they say. But when you look at the situation, the police are here more like an occupying army in the community, like it's just Afghanistan or something like that. Yeah, and it's colonialism. Really, it's the fact that we don't control our own police, and so the police, the courts, the prisons, the government as a whole is controlled by our oppressor, and they use the police to keep the African community in control. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a coincidence that, you know, our community getting sucked dry. They taking all types of money and resources. You know what I'm saying? They, in the Philadelphia government spending $1 billion on police, prisons, and courts, but they closing out. They say they don't got money for schools and no businesses and whatnot.
Like you said, they built that prison over there.
Yeah.
Called it a school, like you said.
Excuse me, I just want to say it was 3 black men in 24 hours.
Yeah.
That same day.
Right.
Yeah.
They just did somebody earlier.
I tried that whole night to get in contact with somebody of that boy family. I did not know who to get in contact with. But I wanted to let them know that boy did not have no gun on him. There was another guy that ran and dropped the gun. But Cheesy did not have no gun on him. When that cop stood out there and shot him down. He was trying to run through the school and get away, and that cop shot him dead. He did not have a gun on him. My ears wrong. That's how close I was, and I begged them cops to stop shooting that boy.
Well, what we want to do now is we want to get an official statement from you, because we're not going to wait you know, if history serves us right, we know that we're not going to get justice easily by the courts. You know what I'm saying? The U.S. courts, the Philadelphia police, they're not going to punish themselves for what they do to us. We never seen it happen, and really it never will happen. The only time they do anything is when they see masses of African people organizing, taking the streets. That's when they feel like it's necessary before things get out of hand. So what we do, we say, look, we got to build up our own courts. We got to build up our own police to protect and defend the black community from these outsiders that keep on attacking and killing our people. You know what I'm saying? And so what we're doing right now around the case of Cheesy, and we're going to be in touch with the families of the other brothers that got killed recently. We want to build what we call the Court for Black Justice, where we're going to be putting the Philadelphia police on trial for these ongoing crimes of genocide being committed against the African community. And, you know, because already, I mean, like, you've been trying to get in touch and try to even call the media. Ain't nobody even interested in hearing
He called the police station at night. He called the police station at night. They hung up on us.
They're not interested in
we called.
There's no justice to be won by the same ones that.
If he did something, why is not on the news?
I even said,
why is not on the news? But if there was a cop, it would be all over the news.
Tasers, like.
Yeah, she said, why y'all couldn't tase him? Why did y'all have to pull a gun out? Y'all could have tased him. Y'all had tasers. Why didn't you have to pull no gun out?
So let's talk about what happened. Because what we want to do, we want to basically show the real evidence. Because we're not going to get that from the courts and the media. So we want to talk to the people that actually saw what went down, so that we can show the world this is what the city of Philadelphia, this is what the U.S. government is doing to African people. There ain't no difference from what they doing in Afghanistan. This is an occupying army right here in North Philly, in West Philly. So what we want to do with you, sister, say your name one more time, I'm sorry.
Taisha.
Sister Taisha, if you could just basically say, you know, what happened from start to finish, and whatever you feel, whatever information that you want to tell the story. And we're going to put this up on our website so that people, you know, throughout the world can get a first-hand account of what happened. So if that's cool with you, first of all.
Yes.
That's fine? Okay. And anybody else, like, if you don't want to be on camera, that's fine.
Around this time, we was walking.
It was May the 22nd, around 6, I say about 6:20 to 6:30 p.m.
From 6:30 to 7:30 p.m.
No, I think it was about 6 o'clock. I think it was about 6 o'clock.
That's from 6 to 7 p.m. between.
May the 22nd, 5:37 p.m. between 6:43. All between that time.
6:43 is afterwards. That's
afterwards, yeah. Between
so around that
May
time.
the 22nd, between 5 and 6 is when Cheesy got killed there. From a cop.
Right.
The cop car was coming up 56 in Wyalusett. From 57. Turned. Me and my girlfriend was walking, and she said, "Dad, they on somebody." We had to stop at the corner because the light was red before we could cross the street. All we heard on 57th and Wyalusett. While we standing at the corner, we heard pop, pop, pop. We turn around, and she said they shooting. My girlfriend says they shooting. I turn around and look, and a cop is standing shooting Cheesy down.
Like he laid on the ground.
That's basically broad daylight.
Broad daylight. He's standing shooting Cheesy down. Cheesy never had a gun or anything. My girlfriend ran one way. I ran back towards the cops as they were shooting and asked the cop, "Why are you shooting him like that? Please stop shooting him like that." The guy that was with Cheesy ran and dropped the gun. Cheesy never had no gun. He tried to run through the playground and get away. Cheesy was at least 50 feet away from the gun that they found. So there's no way that he can have a gun. When Cheesy was on the ground, the cops were still shooting at this man. Other cops came up at that time, saw him on the ground dead, and said, they put their gloves on, and they said, "Get him the fuck up out of here." They picked him up off of the ground and threw him in the back of the paddy wagon and pulled off. The cop that was doing it, they didn't resuscitate him or nothing. They picked him up off the ground. He was limped over and he took his last breath. I actually saw him take his last breath, and he. That's what he did. And they threw him in the back of the paddy wagon and pulled off. The cop that shot, they pulled open his shirt and sat him down and patted him down, and put him in a cop car and got him off the scene and pulled off with him.
And that's when the other cops came.
That's when all the other cops came. That's when the crowd came, and they started telling us to back up, move out the way. And they cursed me out. They said, "Do you see this fucking gun sitting right here?" But Cheesy Body was at least 50 feet away from this gun that they found. There's no way that he had this gun. The guy that they chased, that had on the red pants, is the one who dropped the gun, because I turned around and saw everything. My girlfriend ran back the other way and was telling me to run with her, but I couldn't, and I was begging them cops to stop shooting that guy. I couldn't run with her because I saw them shooting him, and I asked that cop, I said, "Why are you shooting him like that? Please stop shooting him. Why are you shooting him like that? Please stop shooting him." I said that back to back, but he was already down on the ground, so they shouldn't have kept shooting him. They shouldn't have kept shooting him when he was already down on the ground.
Why do you think they did?
You see, why did I think they shot?
Why do you think they kept shooting him?
I don't know. They was wrong. They was scared. They was wrong. He was scared.
I think they get these young guys and they put them in the academy and they put them out here on these streets too fast. They're scared. Which they had right to be scared, but that makes them react to.
Well, could it be that they have a shoot to kill policy? Do you think that it just might be because, I mean, you know, you got Cheesy situation. You said that it was how many others that happened that same day or same week?
Three.
I went to watch the news.
Watch the news.
I went to watch the news that morning.
Within 24 hours.
When
it was
news,
3 black men that got killed by a cop.
I went to watch the news that morning, and when the news came on, it talked about an incident in Germantown, and I'm like, what? You mean to tell me there's 2 of them? Then the next day I'm watching the news, and then a little boy in North Philly, they said he raised his hands, and people were yelling, he doesn't have anything, please don't shoot him, and they still killed him.
So could it be that the police have a shoot to kill policy?
That's what I believe.
I
believe they have a shoot to kill policy.
They definitely do.
Yeah. Was there any report, Brother Stephen, as far as Cheesy's killing?
No, we weren't able to get a report. What he was told was he had to pay for an incident report if he wanted to find out what occurred. I asked him if he could get any information from the morgue. Anytime you need information like that, you got to pay for it, or unless an attorney go get it. But the only way we'll be able to find out how many times Stevie was shot is to be able to go to the funeral. I think we're going to the funeral director Friday to see his body before they close him to find out how many times.
So really, they concealing all the evidence behind Stevie's.
I heard like 5 shots.
4 or 5.
Because I said, Dad, all them shots. Because I was telling them get my baby to pull him in the house.
Something was wrong because the first shot was just a single pow, and I turned around like, oh.
And then you heard pop, 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 pop,
pop. The corner. That's when you heard all the rest.
Yeah.
Pow, 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 pow.
And I heard, and I live at 55th on Wildwood. That happened at what, 57?
Yeah.
So that's how loud those gunshots were.
Out of one gun.
I thought it actually was at the next
shot. That one shot should have been it.
So as far as
one shot, and I looked and turned the corner.
Yeah.
Then that's when you heard the rest of the shots.
So as far as like evidence, as far because you know we just heard a really important statement as far as Cheesy calling Sister Taisha didn't have no gun. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of other stuff that the police are obviously concealing.
Right. And
they haven't even provided you a police report so that you can examine and match up with what's being said by the people.
No, all of the information that I have come from witnesses that I've questioned on the street concerning what has occurred, and 5 out of 6 people have told the same story.
Right.
That the gun was nowhere near him, that they shot him while he was lying on the ground at least 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
One of the witnesses said that there was a line of about 13 different places that they had tagged bullets at.
All the way up the street.
All the way up the street.
Meaning that they chased them. They shot him as they was chasing him. And the gun was way back, meaning that they was chasing an unarmed man.
And the gun that
trying to shoot him in the back.
The gun that the witness said there were at least 13 different bullet casings.
Yeah.
He said that the gun was at least 20 feet from where they had shot him.
I realized something was wrong.
Yeah.
I'm like, hold up. That's too far away.
Some of the witnesses said that they were actually there when they saw him being shot. He was lying on the ground.
My ears was ringing from the gun. That's how close up I was. And my ears was ringing, and I could smell the gun smoke.
Yeah.
Yes, that's how close up I was. Because I was looking in the cop's face, asking him, why are you shooting him like that? Please stop shooting him like that. While he's already on the ground dead and you still shoot. I don't know if he was dead, but he was already
down.
on the ground. He was down.
Once you down.
And you still standing over him shooting, and I'm asking him, please stop shooting him like that. Why are you shooting him like that?
So, to your knowledge, there's no type of investigation going on around the case?
No, none of that.
And the cop or the cops that shot and killed Cheesy, are they still working?
They're still working. Usually the procedure is that they'll hold them in the office until the investigation is over to prove that it was a justifiable shooting. The other thing is that the morgue, they have to call someone from the morgue to determine that he's dead. You just can't pick a body up and throw it in the wagon.
They threw that, the way they threw it, I live at 55th and Walloosh. I saw the cops, when they was riding there, they had blood still on their gloves. I didn't see them put his body in there. I was at my house. But when they was going down the street, they had blood on their hands. They had blood on the gloves, and they was driving fast as I don't know what down that street. I said, whoever in the back of there is dead.
But I saw them pick him up and throw him, because like I said, he was, when they was picking him up and he was leaned over like this. And all you can see all blood from all his side. And they said, get him the fuck out of here. Get him the fuck out of here now. That's what the cops said. Get him the fuck out of here now. Get him the fuck out of here now.
Like
they
picked
him up
like he just
and
shit.
threw his body in the back of the
wagon.
paddock.
And then pulled his feet in.
Yeah.
His head went back.
His head went back.
And the one cop just shut the door and he just...
Well, appreciate your statement, Sister Taisha. What's your name, sister?
My name is Jamia.
Jamia.
Yeah.
We appreciate y'all's courage for going in front of the camera. This is really important footage, as far as...
I have a son growing up. He's 11.
Yeah.
So I was devastated if it happened to my child. And I would want somebody to speak up if it was my child.
Absolutely.
And like you said, when you were speaking outside, we have to stick together. This is our community. Like, I know that they want to come back and take this back.
Yeah.
The way that how they keep wanting to... they send letters when people back on their taxes. It wasn't like that years ago.
Right.
They want to snatch all these properties back.
Yeah, exactly.
They want to take it back. Yeah. That's why they fixed them L's.
Yeah.
That's why they brought all of Market Street and fixed all that stuff up.
Yeah.
I know why. I'm seeing it. I know what's going on. I'm not blind by none of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
They started with Temple a little bit. Then they worked their way in West Philly. They working their way. They taking little by little by little by little by little until they have it all.
That's right. And that's why we got to get organized, sister, because it don't have to go down like that.
Because I'm a homeowner.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So, I want to invite you, Jamia, and Taisha.
I will come and I will support.
Yeah.
Because I'm about this.
Yeah. You got the flyer here?
I have a flyer right here,
good.
also with a personal number.
Yeah.
On the back from the young lady that worked with y'all.
Good, sister.
So I can talk to her personally.
Absolutely.
Because I didn't know this was going to happen, but I had something to say.
Yeah.
And I wasn't keeping my mouth closed.
Absolutely.
Because I wouldn't want nobody to do it to me if it was mine.
Yeah. Good.
So I don't care about being on camera. I don't care if y'all put it on Facebook, Twitter, put it on the news.
Yeah.
It's not right and it's not fair.
Appreciate your coverage. That's the right stance, So, sister.
So I'm walking with y'all.
Yeah.
I'm with y'all.
Right on the hoodoo.
I'm with y'all.
In March?
Yeah, we talking about doing a march on the 19th district. But listen, what's going on right now in here with Cheesy's case? Again, Germantown, North Philly, Southwest, just a few hours ago. So we try to do the same type of work.
But
and
like
we want
you
to
said, but I'm
whole
gonna get some people that I know. I set up.
12th district.
I'm going to get people that I know to get involved. Some young people. I'm gonna just. We all gonna work together.
That's right.
We have to.
That's right.
That's the only way we gonna stop this.
That's right. So we're gonna come Sunday. This coming Sunday, 4 o'clock. And we're gonna, come together, get an organizing session.
Cause I suggested that we walk up to the police station. She called on the phone to see if Fox.
I called Fox 29 on the phone and asked them could they come out, and they said they couldn't come out right now. And I said, well, if it was a cop that was killed in his visual light, y'all would be out here. Yeah. But now that the cop killed the guy, y'all can't come out.
Absolutely.
Even when it's when that doctor got murdered down Center City, they had the news footage out there for her.
Yep.
The Children's Hospital doctor.
Yep.
They had candlelight vigils. They had every news channel. She was on every news.
Yeah, absolutely.
But this was no news coverage. Nobody showed up. It was nothing, and it was unfair. Yeah. And I wanted to march up to the police station today because it wasn't right.
Yeah.
We should have marched. I believe that we should have marched up to the police station.
So all of that has to be organized.
Okay.
Because we have to tell the people about their safety, about the responsibilities of an orderly march, because if they don't, it'll give them justifiable reason to want to bust you in the head or kill somebody else.
But you know what? It's sad to say, and I'm sorry, but they orderly marching ain't working.
Well,
they've been marching since Martin Luther King.
Yeah, but this is the way we get started. Because if you go at them any other way,
and especially right now, everybody's angry, everybody's bitter. So you
I would you, sister, and listen, it's about what the march is for. So if the march is about, trying to find a way to get along with the police, because sometimes these Uncle Toms will call a march to tell the people not to fight back. But that's one thing. But it's another thing, the march saying that Africans have a right to resist, we have a right to fight back, etc. It's about what the march is calling for,
They just
because believe me, the cop was out there today. The police was out there today.
He beat somebody up.
And you believe they were out there taking pictures,
like they beat
and documenting everything.
That's why I was trying to say what I was saying. At the end of the day, this is still a homicide, and people kill homicide witnesses.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that I was trying to say.
But you know what? If I gotta die for right, then God take
eyes are following.
But if we don't organize around this issue, then they'll think they can get away with it without impunity.
Yeah.
Without being.
But they won't do that because the focus is on them. So they want to try to cover everything up.
Yeah, that's right.
That's just like even with the incident with me. It was the cop on the scene. I had 15 women that kicked me in my face and beat me.
And they didn't stop it.
He pulled up on the scene. I got so many blows, like right now I'm seeing white spots on the side of my face. I had so many blows to the head. I'm sitting on the ground. He came over to me. He said, "What happened to you?" I said, "Those girls over there attacked me." I don't know what they said to him or what he said to them in that car. He let them go and came back and told me to clear it out. They don't want to work. They don't want to do their paperwork. Only thing they want to do is use those guns and kill.
That's right. You may hear some stuff in the soul, like coming up soon. Like I just got a report saying that Ramsey is calling for the feds to investigate the Philadelphia police about all these killers. There's been 19 Africans killed by the police in Philly this year, and we only halfway through the year. That's a lot of killings. So what Ramsey's doing, he said that he want to call on the federal government to come and investigate the Philadelphia police. Like he don't know what the hell going on in the police department he runs, right?
Right.
But one thing that we gotta really be clear on is that whether it's the feds,
they all together.
They all together, yeah.
And they cover each other. They got each other back.
Yeah.
And they twist their paperwork. That's just like the laws. It's a loophole.
There you go.
To cover this one up, to cover that one up, to cover that one up.
Yeah.
Conspiracy.
Check this out. Y'all know what Asada Shakur is?
Yeah.
You know Asada Shakur?
Asada. Yeah.
Okay, good. Because this is the Asada, Jersey. Yeah, in Jersey. She was Black Panther, then later on she was a part of the Black Liberation Army. And what they was doing, anytime an African got killed by police, they would take out a cop. They wasn't playing.
Yeah.
And
I saw a documentary on it.
Yeah. The government hated her for that. And they framed Asada up, say she killed the New Jersey State Trooper, and she did some time in prison. And then her comrades came and literally
helicopter and got her out of
busted
there.
her out of the prison.
Took her to Cuba, and Castro protects her like y'all. I think they one of George Bush's things for his campaign, and he
That's
Governor
like the members.
One of his things for his campaign
that was government. That was through the government. They covered that up, and they
he announced Governor Christie. And George Bush, they put $1 million bounty.
And Castro said
they offered $1 million. They offered $1 million back in 2004, 2005, like the sister said. Christie and George Bush offered $1 million bounty for Asada Shakur's head. But just a few weeks ago, here comes Obama saying that he'll give $2 million to anybody that can bring Asada Shakur back to the U.S. dead or alive. Yeah, Obama put out $2 million bounty. Yeah. But the thing is, part of the reason why they hit Asada, as y'all know, is because she represented a struggle for black power.
Right,
she wasn't going to the government. She wasn't going to the police for justice.
That's just like the MOVE members and how they did them. Same thing. It was all government because they didn't let nobody into their community. They didn't know what they was thinking. They didn't know what they was doing. They wanted to be involved, and they took them out of here.
And it's the federal government that the FBI was the one that announced the $2 million bounty on the head. So how the hell is Ramsey gonna say the federal government gonna stop the Philadelphia police from murdering us when the federal government over here trying to go get Asada, who was fighting against the police, you know what I'm saying, back in the 80s, 70s, and 80s, you know? So we know the feds, the Philadelphia police, they all part, like you said, the same organization.
The first guy that started the FBI, he was crooked. He didn't like black people.
Yeah, well, none of them do. Not even none of them. But sister, we gotta roll. But I want to leave it at this. We gotta get organized, and again, we are an international organization.
I'll help any way I can.
Yeah, I'm glad. This is our newspaper right here called the Burning Spear, and I want to give this to y'all household, like as my token of appreciation. You know what I mean, for y'all, doing what you're doing, the courage that you're showing, and we're gonna be in touch. Try to make time on Sunday to come to the organizer meeting so we can start. That's 37th in Lancaster.
Did y'all used to be right here on 54th and Girard right here? The Red, Black, and Creek building?
Yeah, we had a building there, you know what I mean? And it's soon to be ours good.
Remember?
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean? Jamia, Taisha, what's your name again, brother? Roy.
Yes, sir.
What's your name, sis?
Jenna.
Paradise, right?
Yes.
Yeah. My sister's name is Jenna, yeah. So it's really good meeting y'all and appreciate, again, your courage, make saying what you're saying. And we're going to be in touch Sunday, 4 o'clock. And we want to build a strong branch of our organization here because
we had to.
Only through organization that we're going to stop this.
We had to.
Yeah. So.